Welcome everyone to another match in the 3v3 Cup, Faceit Cup to be exact. Today we have zith against Ukraine, which is a big game. This is in the winners bracket. The winner of this will play against the winner of Cerberus against AJC, sorry, I think. And then the winner of that will get to the final. This is kind of a big game. I'd say out of the teams that are left in that side of the bracket, these are the two best teams. Ukraine specifically has played incredibly well in the group stage, and so we're wondering, can they bring that performance into the playoffs? There's been a bit of a gap between the group stage and the playoffs. That happens. Teams reorganize themselves a little bit. There's a little bit of a pause in play, have to sort out things. And today, hopefully, we're going to get multiple games. I've heard of a possibility of up to 4, but I'm going to expect 2, maybe 3 if things go well. The first map here is the zith pick. Second map is I'm really hungover. I do apologise. The second map pick is Bespin, and then the last map is going to be Glisa. We've got a very solid map pool in this cup. zith seem to have been practicing a bit, so hopefully they've improved their performance a little bit, their form. Their group stage was good. Both teams came top of their groups, but zith wasn't up to scratch, and it was a bit obvious. And it's going to be interesting to see how Ukraine does here, because Ukraine didn't have a big European opponent in their group. Their strongest opponents was Clean, and they had a really good round against them specifically. And they dominated their group overall. But it doesn't always translate very well. When up against weaker teams, some teams will dominate, but then struggle against better teams because their playstyle doesn't quite fit that. And some teams that won't do well against weaker teams will continually do the same performance against stronger teams, so there's not that much difference. It just depends on their style of play and weaknesses and everything like that. So it's really difficult to tell. Howley being the only staffer in this match means that he gets a lot of free reign. There's no staffer to stop him, which means that he can push around a lot of players. But on a map like this, there's a lot of space, so it can be difficult for staffers sometimes to get involved. It really depends. But he's got to be able to use that staff advantage well, because if he isn't being smart about it, then it becomes a fat load of nothing. But if he becomes smart about it and starts holding space and pressuring a little bit rather than chasing, then suddenly the opposition will find themselves with not as much space as they thought they would, and being pushed around to make openings for the singlers in Howley's team. Not much happened so far. Poe low. Howley damaged a little bit. Masahaka damaged a little bit. And Brave is pretty damn low. So a lot of early damage but no frag so far, going into the 3rd minute. I mean, we all knew that Ukraine are going to be very jumpy. A lot of good teamwork, a lot of switching and stuff like that, never focusing on one player too much, never giving too many backstab opportunities. And with a lot of space like this, it slows down the pace a lot. Whereas players like Howley and Terra are more 1v1. And so it can benefit them. As I say, it depends on how well they use that space and the fact that they can bully 1v1 without getting backstabbed. There's a lot of technicality to it. But opening frag for Ukraine, as they're looking quite good here. YOLO's done a good job so far. I mean, they're all looking pretty good. Bit of damage there by Masahaka. Oh, nice. While we get in a frag with his low HP, that's kind of a really big boost. And I'm sorry if I talk a lot, but when you're on your own, you tend to try and fill in the silence, the void. And it's 3-0 to the Ukrainian side. But as I say, this might be a map that suits them specifically, even though they didn't pick it. Next map being Bespin, though, might suit them as well. Bespin tends to be anti-staff and good for jumpy singlers due to the spacing and the different levels. Oh, Ukraine got themselves all into a corner there. And it's 4 for Ukraine. Tough start for Zith. Howley's very, very low. Mazahaka's very, very low. Bowie's very, very low. There goes Howley. They finally killed Bowie. Took him a while. Honestly, that was nice by YOLO. Honestly, if they could get them into a smaller room, this would be a very, very different fight. But starting in the biggest area on the map definitely benefits Ukraine. They really needed to get off to a not a magnificent start, but they needed to do a better start than this, I think, as if. Terry gets the first 2 frags. He has died the most, but he's the only one with frags. Oh, that went well. As Terror seems to be overextending, trying to make up the deficit. I mean, we are getting close to halfway in the round, and it's very easy to start panicking when scores are so low, and your team just isn't getting anywhere. Terror nearly getting some damage there on Bowie. Is Bowie Threatham by any chance? I would guess he is. Looks like it's going to be a very, very low-scoring round. You get that sometimes with these sort of maps. It's not like teams aren't trying to get frags. Both teams are trying to do damage here. Oh, that was lovely. Good bit of teamwork. And you know, skilled kills at the end of the day. YOLO 4-0 and Masahaka with, well, 4-1 now for both of them. And Terra's the only one in this team with kills. But, as I say before, easily the most deaths as well. Brave gets his first kill. Oh, Terror goes big there. It was close. He could have fucked up there and Howley kill him, but he doesn't get killed, but he doesn't get any damage either. Brave gets Masahaka, getting himself up to an equal score. Terra getting another kill. Terra's only on -1 now, and Brave's also on -1. So they are fighting back a little bit there. Into the last third of this round. Yeah, I definitely think this map might have been a mistake, and they're going to have to really not collapse next round. Or else it becomes really, really difficult. Nice kill there by Brave, getting himself up -1 again. Howley's really, really struggled with all the space. He's just chasing shadows. It becomes very, very difficult. You overextend very easy at that point. YOLO's gone down low. No one else is low. A few half HPs from Zith, but nothing else. Good jump there by YOLO, nearly catching Howley out. Oh, a bit of TK there. No, it wasn't. Damage, but not a TK. Terra's up to a neutral score, and Brave down to -2. Mazahaka and YOLO keeping their ratios very good. Oh, finally, and it was a nice kill by Holly. Oh, he could have had that. I was unlucky. It's difficult when they get over the top of you. We're going into the last 2 minutes. 5 frag difference. You got to say Zith has stabilised really well and started to catch up a bit. I mean, they've got a few. Oh, Mazahaka's low. They've got a few players that are half HP-ish. Oh, Terra, don't fuck up. A swift kill on Mazahaka would really kind of show a shift of momentum, which can be useful going into the next round. Because they're not winning this round, that's for sure. But if they can change their momentum going into the next round, there we go. That's exactly what they needed. Terra going up to a +1, Brave -2, and Howley -3. Oh, that Brave goes down, unfortunately, 1:20. And Terra is low, so this is going to get worse before it gets better. Almost definitely. There he goes. Terra back onto neutral. 2 others are on -3 each. YOLO's on +5 and Mazahaka +3. Terra doing some damage there. Gets another frag to make him on the positive again. Brave is doing so well, and then he just collapsed. And Terra really isn't watching his back here. He's really just going for the frags. Brave, low again, died again. Really not been a good last few minutes for him. Load of damage there onto Fui. For Hui. And going into the last 10 seconds, Howley gets a frag. Howley's gotten 2 frags there. And he will finish only on -1 with Terra over +1. Kept his head though, Howley, didn't collapse. Brave definitely struggled. But chasing the score is never easy. Both, especially YOLO, absolutely dominated that game. So well done to YOLO there. Clearly your MVP of that round. Just reading a message from Idri. I wonder if Speak will get to play yet. Speak looks like he's playing next round. He's a good player. Got to give it to the teams. It's been very, very quick and straight to the point. Everyone gets on the server on a good time. Everybody picked the maps well, apart from obviously Terra being an idiot. No arguments, straight in. A very load up, delayed game so far. So yeah, best pin. Speak's got 100 ping. Maybe that's why he didn't play the first round. I'm not sure who's better, him or Griffin. I've seen both play well. And I'm guessing that Hui is Griffin. Guessing. But yeah, this is a map that due to the sides, due to the spacing, and just the verticality of it, it benefits singlers jumping around a lot. Mobile players that can get really, really good angles on certain things due to the spaces and height. Staffers can often get stuck chasing shadows because it's easier for singlets to get away from staffers, and it's easier for staffers to get trapped in small areas. So yeah, Howley needs to keep his head, like I said for the previous round. Early bit of damage though, not much, but positive. Bit more as well as Speak tries to get a bit of damage there, but overextends a bit. Howley takes some damage though. No, 10. Absolutely nothing. I think we were past the 3-minute mark before we got the first frag in the last round. This round might be a little bit quicker though. So there's a lot of HP out there. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of HP out there. Only Mazahaka has really taken any damage. Oh, I like that. Got worried about the server. Speak's taking a bit of damage there as Brave gets him in the corner. See how mobile it is, both of those maps. There's no sticking to any spot at any point. So yeah, the Sith players really need to keep their shape. Somebody takes a bit of damage. Mazahaka takes a little bit more. Starting to get into these Ukrainian players and chip away at their HP. As Zith are more dominant centrally. They're pushing around a bit more. The lack of space is making it more difficult for Ukraine to overlap and stuff. They're spreading out Zith players quite a bit at times. Look, they're just not letting them kind of settle to be able to get into their groove. They're just pushing them around. They're not going for frag so much. If you see Howley's just pushing them around, and then Terra's coming around the back, and it means that Ukraine are never getting into the positions that they want to do their jumping, and never getting the momentum correct. As Zith are dictating the pace of the game. They're just pushing around a lot. Oh, great jump though! The catch out Terra there. I could see the surprise in his actions. Caught him off guard there, and unfortunately, Howley's also taking a lot of damage there. And I'm not sure what happened with him. Brave gets another kill, as he's now 2-0, making up for his last round. Howley's doing a great job. Absolutely great job here at just scaring away. Oh, don't get backed up. He's got to be careful. He doesn't want to be going up on the side so much. He doesn't want to be putting his back to the enemy. He wants to be centrally pushing outwards. Not on the side, pushing, you know, around, so to speak. Brave still on full HP though. Ukraine won't panic easy. They'll keep going. They know they've got at least one player on the opposition low. And they know they've done some damage to Terra, so it won't be a panic moment. Howley overextended there, gets caught out by Speak. Terra takes damage and gives it. No idea who traded there. And YOLO accidentally TKs. Another good start for him after such a fantastic round last round. Does a nice hit though on Howley, as Howley's overextending again. He needs to chill out a little bit. He just needs to push, disrupt. He doesn't need to do any damage. And Peggy has joined me. Be safe, Peggy. Oh, lovely kill on Massa. A good bit of awareness and teamwork. Oh, Speak is doing some damage though. Brave on 1 HP. That TK is really, really hurt them. Because if it was 3-1 right now, oh, and that's how they're getting in some work as well. Yeah, it would seem that both choices of map has damaged the teams that have picked them. Like, it's really not helped them. Oh, speaking of, he catches out Brave there, but he's only on 1 HP anyway. Speaking of, he gets a block hit onto Terra, but also nearly fucks up. Come on, Peggy, sit down. You're pissing me off, yeah. Terra's low on 30 HP. YOLO's low on 23 and Mazza on 31. It's looking pretty good for Zith right now. And we're fast approaching the halfway mark in this round. And it's very similar to the previous round. A bit less of a score, but one side's got the lead and it seems like a very much an uphill battle for the other team. Hard to break down the team with the lead. And I mean, we're setting up for a very, very nice third round. Going into this 5-1 score. Let's see the HPs. Sorry, I rushed through that stupidly. Mazza's 31, Terra 30. Apart from that, everyone's pretty close to full. YOLO's still low. Oh, and then Terra gets a kill. And Howley gets killed. Brave gets killed. 3 frags in it. With Terra low, and I think Mazza's still low, isn't he? Yes, he is. Oh, Mazza catches Terra. 2 frag difference. This is getting close now. But Mazza is low. Zith need to keep their structure a bit better, because they're getting themselves into positions where they're going to get caught out. And as I say, Ukraine won't panic. They will keep going. Good hit, though, by Terra, who will be desperately trying to keep this team together, keeping a bit of structure and a bit of brains. But he is down to 13 HP. Yeah, there seems to be a bit more of a panic and swinging from Zith, and they're not keeping together. Terra was all on his own out there, and he was just watching, I think, his teammates, because it was not a good situation they were in. Not a needed situation with the lead, sort of thing. They need to be keeping their shape more and not overextending, and there goes the lead, but quickly brought back by Howley. We might not be seeing a round 3. And Howley needs to chill out a bit. He doesn't need to do as much as he's trying to do. It's kind of giving stuff for them to latch onto. Because before, Ukraine were being stretched out and they won't be able to get into their rhythm as a team. 2 frag lead. But in the last few minutes, they've been together while Zith has been spread out and unorganized. YOLO takes some damage. It's going to be a tense end to this round, possibly. Is what we want. Good job there by Terra, just making it difficult for them to get to him. Chipping away at HP, but he's getting caught out by those long jumps. They're very difficult to predict. Oh, that was unbelievably silly. Overextending again, running into a cartwheel. It just wasn't needed. Needed to keep it as simple and clean as possible. Terra's getting pressured into the corner. 1 frag in it, going into the last 3 minutes, the last third of the round. Nope, last quarter of the round. Yep. Hi, smart. Not anyone low at the moment. Oh, I saw one there. Oh, who is that? YOLO's quite low. I'll take a bird's eye view because some people like to have a look at it. But you see it's very stretched out at the moment. For both parties. But Ukraine are trying to keep it together and a bit closer than Zith are. Zith are trying to push them apart, which is causing them to get too far apart from each other. And you've got to be really, really careful because you're causing yourselves more problems than it's worth when you do that. And you've got to know when to push out the enemy and when to chill a little bit and keep a little bit closer. But Brave takes a big hit there. Oh, no, he didn't. Just looked worse than it was. We're even going into the last 2 minutes. The last 6. Nope. Yes. Yes, last 6th of the round. I can math. Hungover. I can. YOLO's on half HP. Mazza, pretty decent. Speak half HP. Terra half HP. Brave pretty high and YOLO pretty high. Sorry, Harley pretty high. Going pretty well there, but Brave just took a hit. That might be taking him, and he's taken 2 hits. He really needs to keep things chill. As they swarm, they can taste the blood. The Ukrainians are so quick to act there. Full swarm, and Brave you can't keep there forever, I don't think. And he's got back into the fight. Defending himself. Keeping moving. Yeah. Look at that. Both of them absolutely swarmed, and then Terra goes down to speak as well. That was a really, really nice kill by Ukraine there. Nice bit of teamwork. Terra's got it down to a 1 frag lead, but we're talking 10 seconds here, and it's looking like a Ukraine 2-0 win. And there it goes, and that'll be it. Really, really good round, all that round. Hard fought. It's a shame for Zith, because they had the lead for most of that round, and they've really only got themselves to blame for that. But well done to Ukraine for catching up there. They fought back really, really well. And they played it really, really solidly. And looking at the teams left on their side of the bracket, they're still favourites to go through to the final, I think. That was their big game. One guy's already out, obviously, so they've got Cerberus or AJC. And I think they're going to be too strong for either of those teams. We are probably going to have JS against Haste if they haven't started already. If they have, I'm going to be so annoyed. But that'll be in the lower bracket. We also might have Cerberus against AJC. And I'm guessing Clean against Disorder. That must be the last team, right? Oh, no, it wasn't. It was Hellfire against Baguette. That was your game. Lower bracket. But I haven't heard anything else about that. I've just been warned that it might happen. Anyway, thank you for watching. I might be turning straight back on in a minute. But I'm going to turn off the stream while I find out what's happening. Hope you all enjoyed it. Peace out.